Today's topic is going to be very controversial because I'm going to be talking about what I personally think about Republicans and Democrats. So I hope I don't insult you. Actually, I really don't care. So before I begin this video, I want to start by saying that I'm going to be as factual as I can, so that way any of you guys that are super left or super right can't go, oh my gosh, he really offended me and he hates his country or he hates the liberals. You guys won't be able to do that to me. Fact is, I love my country, and fact is, I'm going to tell you who I think supports it and who I think does it, and the agendas that I see right now that I don't like. So let's start off. Hey, if you're brand new to the channel, subscribe, all right? I don't always drop the controversial stuff, but I like to be politically incorrect because I am politically incorrect, and I don't give a shit if you're offended whether I called you light, dark, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, tall, short. If it's a fact, it's a damn fact. Don't get offended. That's your problem. Fact number one, entrepreneurship and left-wing tax views don't go together. You cannot be an entrepreneur and have a liberal view on taxes. If you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to solve a problem in the world and get paid to do it, not have the government or socialism take that money away. Fact number two, we live in a day and age where millennials like my generation and the generation after the millennials have been cultured to believe they should have free education, and that Bernie Sanders should tax the middle class, the very workforce of America, so you can get free education. Which means what? Kids? Mom, Dad, it ain't free. Redirecting your money, government spending it so they can give free education. Fact number three, our education system is broke. They generalize it. They don't personalize it, okay? The people that are smart, all right, the average people feel bad. Oh, this person's smart. Only this person can pass the test. What's that say about you? What's that say about how hard you're trying? What's that say about the curriculum, all right? There's a big problem right here, all right? If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to get ahead in life, it's not generalized, it's personalized. We don't have that in education. Our education system is broke. If you want the government to hold your hand and take care of you, look, I'm not about that because that shows complacency and laziness to me. Here's what I think, okay? I think that guns don't shoot themselves. I think that people that are mentally ill shoot guns that kill people, okay? I don't think sane people walk into a bank and decide to kill 300 people or walk into a mosque and decide to blow up everybody. I don't think that. What I think is that we don't address mental health, okay? We're playing World of Warcraft, we're playing Call of Duty, we're watching rated R movies. You got 14, 15-year-old kids looking at Pornhub.com and shit like that. That's what doesn't make sense to me, okay? Don't blame the guns, blame the sick people shooting them. All right, that message is for you liberals. All right, let's talk about something else. I also firmly believe that you need to realize that when one side thinks this way and another side thinks this way, you need to not be rash in your decision to judge that person that doesn't agree with you. You need to realize that if they think this way, do your best to understand why is it that they think this, okay? I personally do not like most Democrats or that party's views on taxes and their social programs, okay? I don't like that, and here's why I don't like that. I work hard. Entrepreneurs work hard. The people that solve the biggest problems in society have dedicated time, have dedicated hustle, have dedicated years, months, decades to being able to solve that problem, okay? And when you decide, oh, let's tax the rich, what that says about you is that you haven't done what is necessary to become financially wealthy. You do not have the authority, you don't have the right to tax the people that have done better in life than you have financially. You don't have the right to take their money away. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the free education thing. It's not free, it's redirected civilian money. It's your money being redirected to give education to other people, okay? I believe that you get your money's worth when you pay your money's worth. I believe that you're incentivized to actually get something out of something when there's blood, sweat, tears, or finance put into it, when you have to pay for it. Now, I do think that our education system is broke, and I also do think that's a fact, okay? If you look at America compared to a lot of other countries, we're so far behind, all right? You are a sponge between the ages of 4 and 15, all right, even before that. But we're learning languages, second languages, when we're in high school, while Europe is learning English when they're 6, 7 years old, okay? We have countries so far ahead of us in engineering and math, like Japan, And we have dumbed our stuff down so average Timmy can pass his classes and get the participation award. Look, if you suck at athletics, you suck at athletics, okay? Work harder. You don't deserve a participation trophy, a pat on the back. Good job, Timothy. Good job, Angie. No, Angie, you fucking sucked, all right? I don't like that whole socialism. Hey, try better next time. You did so good. No, if you sucked, you suck, all right? Here's something else. I don't understand the open border policies. We're a country that has a system in place, and that system is designed to work, and that system is designed to have a process where people can legally enter and exit the country, okay? That system is designed to protect from terrorism, from diseases, and from things that we do not want here. Having an open border is kind of like a random person walking into your house, in your 3-bedroom house, and you only use 2 bedrooms. It'd be a random person walking into your 3-bedroom house going, you know what, this is my spot now. I'm gonna chill here. Like this is my place. Hope you don't mind. It's no different than the West Coast agenda of just shoving transients and homeless people under the bridge. Don't get that. I moved from Washington to get out of that environment because where I live, that's not tolerated. What's tolerated is, hey buddy, let's figure out what's going on here. Let's do some rehabilitation stuff. Let's get you off drugs. Let's get you clean. Let's get you back into society. Let's get you a job. Let's get you placed out there, okay? It's not, hey, homeless man, here, I'm gonna give you a fish. It's teach you to fish. I don't get that. The whole West Coast has been destroyed by the political agenda there. And you might be sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, Ben, you're so right-wing, like this doesn't even make sense. I'm trying to be as reserved and logical as I can be. I see problems on both sides, and I'm gonna label these out for you. Hey, if you're loving this so far and you love how bold this is and how out there it is, look, subscribe to the channel, okay? If you have an opinion, drop a comment below. Look, I'm not gonna get heated with you. I can talk about this all day long. I can debate with you all day long. I'm not gonna swear at you. I'm not gonna put you into a corner. I'm not gonna call you out. I'm here to respect what you think and what you believe, but I want you to hear why I believe what I believe, and I want you to be able to see some logic in it, and maybe it'll go, you know what? I kind of see how that makes sense. I kind of see how people could see that way. So here's the thing. When it comes to taxes, I don't get the left-wing thing. I work hard for my money. And we live in the United States. We live in an environment. We live in a country where we're not taxed as heavily. It's like Sweden, 63%, Italy, 47%. Oh, but they have free healthcare. No, they're taxed at 47%. They pay for it so they can get the free ambulance ride, all right? If you want the government to hold your hand and pick up your laziness for the things that you don't think you can do yourself, that's a personal problem right there. I don't get Republicans blaming Democrats and Democrats blaming Republicans. It's this. I'm looking at the election right now. I'm a fan of Trump. I'm a fan of Trump. I'm a Trump supporter. Get that. I'm a Trump supporter, okay? I see a bunch of Democrats on here that can't even speak to save their life. And I see a Republican candidate running against Trump, and his only agenda is to take down Trump, to stab him in the back, to call him out on everything. And when I see that, the focus of the campaign is more about stabbing other people than it is about fixing problems, solving problems. So I don't understand that. Both sides are not perfect. But I want you to realize that heavier tax takes away freedom. I'm not willing for that freedom to be taken away. I also do not understand how people can actually think that guns shoot themselves, that guns are the problem. Look, they took away guns in Australia a couple decades ago, and now Australia has the highest stabbing rate in the world. They're just going to find something else to use to kill somebody. So what does that say? The common denominator is mental health. We didn't have mass shootings. We didn't have people going all over the place, walking into churches and shooting people 30, 40, 50 years ago in the United States. What has changed is chemicals in food. What has changed is violence. What has changed is media, negative media, video games, violent movies, blood, guns, gore that we're exposing youth to, that we're exposing children and babies and adolescents to. That can cause mental health problems. It's mental health. It's people that are mentally unhealthy and have mental problems that walk in somewhere and kill a bunch of people. It's not the guns. So I don't think that you have the right to take away somebody that does support the Second Amendment right. I don't like that. And the last thing that I'll say is these social programs put in place. What I really want you guys, millennials, because you have been cultured to believe that everything should be free. You've been cultured to believe that everything should be taken care of for you. You've been cultured in universities, which are mostly liberal. All I'm saying is I want you to see the other side. I don't want you to take for granted everything that you're told. I want you to question everything. Left wing to right wing. I want you to question everything. My mom, left side. My dad, right side. I think that allowed me to see right up the middle and have the ability to do so. But I'm more right-winged in my opinions and my views. I am. There's some things that I think the right is way far off on. But majority, I see things on the left side that I don't like stacking up. If it got more left, I would leave the United States. I wouldn't be okay living here. I wouldn't be comfortable living here. I wouldn't be comfortable raising a family. I wouldn't be okay with other entrepreneurs being taken advantage of and taxed. Every invention, everything that you use is the result of an entrepreneur, an entrepreneurship. Who are you to take that away and that freedom away? Entrepreneurs are born in the United States. It's where entrepreneurs are born. The inventors, all right, the best ideas in the world come from the US. So it's something that I don't believe in. Once again, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Posting a little bit of that controversial content, and I love to do that because I want you guys to stay educated. I want you to question everything. How so? Why? How does this work? Okay? And the last thing that I want to leave you with, guys, make sure, hey, smash that like button if you're loving this so far, and if there's anything that I can help with, drop a comment below. The last thing that I want to leave you guys with is I want you to realize how we've come to the point that we're at now. So back in 1965, when it comes to education, okay? Back in 1965, college cost about $165 a quarter to attend. So you'd spend about $2,800 to attend a four-year university. But at the same time, absent of the college degree, you would earn about $2 an hour on your wage. So if you worked part-time, putting yourself through college, you'd earn about $4,000, while having school only cost you $2,800. Now, the average college tuition at a four-year degree is going to cost somewhere between $100,000 and $140,000. And when you get out with that degree, you'll make $47,000. You cannot survive. That's absolute poverty. That's poverty. That's poverty. Anything below $73,000 is considered scarcity. You've not been informed that. Your mom and dad don't know that. Your financial advisors don't know that. That's what they earn. They don't know that. $73,000 and less is scarcity. Above 100 is still mediocrity. You need to be pushing that 500K and above level. If your mindset is below that and you think I'm crazy, you got to flip that camera around and you got to flip the mirror around to look yourself in the mirror. It ain't me that's crazy. It's the low mindset that you have and that you've been bred to have. So here's what I'm getting at, guys. Education is broke. If you're in college right now, I'm sorry. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, you got to go. Everything else, you're wasting your time and you're learning the wrong information. You can't scale with it. You'll just work a 9 to 5 and work for somebody else for 40 years till you can get a gold watch, get a motorhome, and die 15 years later in an assisted living home. That's reality. And here is the biggest problem that I will sum up. All of you millennials, the generation X or Y or Z or whatever it is after the millennials, you guys are completely fucked. Millennials, anybody that's 28 and under right now, you guys are so fucked. Because you have the baby boomers coming into retirement right now. All of those social programs, the IRAs, the pensions, the military pensions, the Roths, all of these social programs that were set up by the politicians when these baby boomers were just babies are now about to be collected. And when you look at the deficit in the United States, it does not include retirement accounts, Social Security, any of that at all. And so you go, well, we've been paying into Social Security. You pay into Social Security every paycheck you get. Okay, you pay into other people's retirement accounts, whether you know it or not, or whether it's on your pay stub or not, every paycheck you get. It's deducted out there. It's been being deducted for years and years and years. And all of these baby boomers are just about to come into retirement. So they're going to collect all this money. The government ain't going to take the bill for it. It's you that will. And what I find so funny is that if you look at the national deficit, it doesn't mention retirement. It doesn't mention IRAs. It doesn't mention pensions, military, retirement accounts, Roths. It doesn't mention any of that. This is called undocumented debt. It's not actually on paper. And they estimate that this is somewhere around $260 trillion. So now in the next 2-3 years, all of these baby boomers are retirement. They're going to collect their retirement. Where do you think that's going to come from? The government, as soon as they put it into their retirement accounts, government took it, went out, spent it, went out, invested it, went out and loaned it out. They don't have the money. How are they going to pay for it? They're going to tax you more. And so when you have somebody in office whose political agenda is raise the tax to now pay for these social programs put in place by the politicians that were present and active in politics when the baby boomers were born, okay? When the baby boomers were young. If you have somebody that goes into office that thinks that way, millennials, you're already fucked because you don't get the right information in school and you don't earn very much money. You're about to get taxed even more. You, the biggest workforce in America, the millennials, you will be the ones that pay the most tax. And you can't survive as it is right now. You're born and indoctrinated and cultured into middle-class American mediocrity at its finest. You have been scammed. and you're about to get scammed more. Because when all of these people over the next 3 years go to collect their retirements, grab their motorhome and travel around the United States, who's going to pay for it? Government doesn't have the money. They've spent it. They've spent it over the last several decades. Tax the middle class, right? Right, Bernie? Tax the middle class. Bernie?
Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10 again.